Hi everyone, so today I'm bringing you some science, and in your topic the science is all about plants this half term. So I set up a bit of an experiment a few weeks ago, and if you want to do the same you're going to need 5 or 6 toilet rolls, some compost, I've got it in here, some water and some seeds. Now I've bought these pea seeds. I got them from the supermarket. You can also get them on Amazon. You probably pay about £2 or £3 for them, but you know, you can learn a lot from gardening and it's fun too. So what did I do? I got my toilet roll and I've drawn a little line at the bottom. Now I drew one at the top, at the bottom and at both sides, and then I cut up the line to there. Can you see? So then those fold up. Now the reason I've used toilet rolls is because they are recyclable. You can put your plant to grow in it and then you don't have to take it out. It can just go once the plant's grown in it. Look, when I fold the bottom up, it can just go with the compost and the plant and go straight into the ground and it decomposes, which is brilliant. So then, this is my first one. I'm going to get some compost, fill it up. Now, I have got my seed here. Now, the seed is really hard. That is because it's got a protective layer, which is called the seed coat. Now the seed coat is, this little seed is so clever. It's full of energy and it is extremely clever. It knows what to do once it's gone into the soil. And inside the seed coat is a baby plant called an embryo. So it has to be a good quality seed though, because it won't grow otherwise. So I'll pop my seed in there. You can see it snuggled in, and put a little further blanket of soil. Now this is compost, which has got added nutrients to help plants grow well. So it's really important that you use good quality compost. Right, so there is my seed. Add some water, a little bit of water. Now we don't want to drown our seeds, so we're just going to put a little bit of water in for now. Last week I did 5 or 6 of these, so they're all the same. So they're all in the same size toilet roll holder. They have all got the same compost and they have all got the same type of seeds, and they're all watered exactly the same. Now, the only things that are different, which for the older children are called variables, are that one is going to go on the windowsill in the sunlight and be watered. One is going to go on the windowsill in the sunlight but have no extra water. One is going to go in a dark drawer and be watered. And the other one's going to go in a dark drawer and not be watered. And then finally, I just put one on the windowsill with cling film on to cover it up. So that happened last week, about 5 days ago. So let's see what the results are. So once this little seed has gone into the soil and it's got warmth and it's all cozy and it's been watered, it will shed its seed coat, and the embryo inside, the baby plant, will start to grow a root. Now the roots go downwards, searching for nutrients and water to survive, and also to anchor the plant in place so that it doesn't blow over in the wind. So once it's settled in there and it's grown its root, what else does it need? Now plants are very like people. So just have a think for a minute. What do people need to survive? So to help us find out what plants need to survive, let's have a look at the results of the seeds that are put in. Now, we said that the plant pushes out of the seed coat and the root goes downwards and the plant starts to begin to grow in the soil, and this is called germinating. The seed, which was dormant before, is now awake. And this is the result of the seed which I put with with cling film on top but didn't water. Now we can see that the root has started to grow, and it shed its seed coat. You can see that just at the top, but it hasn't grown any further, and that's probably because it got too hot and it didn't have enough water. So these two seeds, which were kept in a dark drawer, have germinated. The plant has pushed up towards the light, and as it appears out of the soil, this is called sprouting. And once plants have sprouted, they need to carry on getting nutrients, water and sunlight. But these have been stuck in a dark drawer, haven't they? This is the one that was on the windowsill and I didn't water it. You can see that it's started to germinate and there's a tiny sprout there. You can just see it. However, it's not going to thrive because it's got no water and it's very dry. So let's have a look at the difference between the two plants that were watered and were in lovely compost. The one on the left was on the windowsill and the one on the right was in a dark drawer. Let's have a closer look. This is the one that was on the windowsill. And this is the one that was on the dark drawer. It is really essential for plants to have sunlight to make food for themselves. So we can tell that a plant is healthy when it is green, and the green pigment is caused by chlorophyll, which is in the leaves of the plant, and the chlorophyll catches the sun rays and creates a kind of sugar called glucose. So we can see that this plant has created its own energy, and it's used the chlorophyll in its leaves to trap the sunlight and create its own energy. And creating its own energy is called photosynthesis. And our little friend here is white because there's no green, there's no chlorophyll, and so photosynthesis has not been successful. So we can see that on this plant, photosynthesis hasn't worked. It needed the sun to be healthy, not stuck in a dark drawer. But it still grew in the soil and the water, but it's now searching for the sun. Here are my healthy plants. Now, plants are so important to us. The carbon dioxide that we breathe out is absolutely key to their photosynthesis, for them making their own energy. Plants need it to grow. And to say thank you, they release oxygen for us to breathe. And they clean the atmosphere, turning dirty air into pure oxygen. How amazing! So healthy plants need water, sunlight, photosynthesis, carbon dioxide, nutrients from the soil, and room to grow. In the garden now, these plants that I planted about 4 or 5 weeks ago started out like this, and I put them in the soil up to the top, and they've got lots of room to grow. They're lovely and green, so I can see that they've got chlorophyll and photosynthesis is taking place, and hopefully they'll grow right up these canes and produce some lovely peas to eat. So I'm going to find a pot to put these two plants in. I wonder if I put this one on the windowsill where it could get some sunlight, if it would grow healthier and look greener. Who knows? I might try it. So I have a special mission should you choose to accept it. I'd love to know all about your experiments. Maybe we could measure every week how tall our peas get, see who gets the tallest pea. And I bet they're delicious when they turn into those peas in a pod. The special mission, though, is to find out how do cacti, that's a cactus or cacti, how do they survive in the desert where it's so dry when we've just found out that our plants need water? I shall look forward to you telling me all about it. Until then, take care. Bye bye.